Welcome. I bid you welcome. John Clauser coming to you from my music corner of the world. Welcome to another edition of Album Track Ranking A through Z. Today is brought to you by the letter H. And now I know some people out there, they might split a few hairs with this one, but the singer's name is in the band title. So I'm just going to go with that. And if y'all have a problem with that, well, sorry. I am going to go with an album that has been in my DNA for a very long time. I have my brother to thank for this one. I remember seeing this album as a very young child. He had the privilege of getting to see this band in our little hometown of Northampton, Pennsylvania, at the Roxy Theater. Um, if ever there was a time machine that could be done, this would be a time machine show, so I could see my brother at this show. Because he says he doesn't really remember much about this show per se, but this was like the mid to early 70s. So I am talking about the sensational Alex Harvey Band, Tomorrow Belongs to Me. And this is my brother's copy that I either stole or inherited from him, depending on who you talk to, I guess. I would eventually get a lot more mileage from this album than he would in later years. And I mean, look at this cover, first of all. Um, the cover I've read was kind of like a parody of some of the Yes covers that Roger Dean would do. And so, so you get this, you get these fighting dinosaurs, but yet you get this one that's like turning into a, bulldozer and all these kind of things. And, it's just kind of a look at it. And this is really kind of a play on, it's kind of the influence here is from one of the songs on this album, where it talks about just how the environment's changing and just how just everything about life and nature just suddenly changed. So here's the back of the album cover with like a typed out version of one of the lyrics to the songs. Um, you open it up and you get a great after concert picture. You get a couple of great live shots of the band here. You got great picture here of Alex. You got Chris Glenn at his tongue wagging insanity. You got Hugh McKenna just really vibing on those keyboards. What a keyboard player. You got Zal Clemenson, the mime dressed guitar player who's vastly underrated. Folks, go look up a lot of the Alex Harvey stuff and stuff he would do later. He is just a vastly underappreciated, underrated guitar player. And then finally, you got Ted McKenna looking all incredible Hulk-like here on drums. Sadly, the only two that are still with us is Chris and Zal. Unfortunately, Alex passed away in 1982, and then the McKenna cousins, I believe, they weren't brothers. They passed away within like the last 5 to 10 years. Um, but and here's also a CD version of it that came out in 1993. So this album, gosh, as I was just looking through this, thinking about how I'm gonna rank the songs on this album, because this album is, again, it's not so much I'm ranking the songs. Yeah, I am, but some songs have always every album is gonna have a song that's gonna speak to you more than others. Okay, and they all have a good the album all has a great story to it. And if it just turns you on to something that you may not have heard, great. I would love to see more people tune in, check this album out, and say, okay, wow, this is pretty amazing. You know, um, uh, so let's just get into this. So my number 10 track for this is actually going to be the last track. It's called To Be Continued. This is kind of a thing where it just kind of you have this really cool vibey guitar music and spacey echoey vocals from Alex. And it's kind of this, it's just kind of this whole story about this character Vambo. Again, not going to go into all of that. That's for you all to explore and for myself to explore because I don't even know all of the Vambo story per se. But it's still a very kind of a neat little story of where that particular character goes. So I also should mention, by the way, this is their fourth album. I should mention this. It came out in 1975. They wrote a lot of this on tour, and they recorded in early 75 and then came out in April 75. So yeah, number 10 track is going to be the last track to be continued. Um, Originally, I was going to put this one in eight, but I kind of changed my mind. Um, the number nine track is also the number nine track. It's a song called "Tomorrow Belongs to Me." Now, this is something that is written here by Fred Ebb and Evan Kander. I forget the J Kander's name. But anyway, um, this song would be featured in the musical and subsequent movie called Cabaret. Now, this song probably does not have a lot of good memories for a lot of people in the way it's depicted. Uh, when you watch the movie or the musical of Cabaret, this song is sung by a young Hitler. And so there's a lot of signs of like not, I know a lot of Nazi groups kind of really took to this song. Um I know Alex had a little bit of a curiosity about Nazism and why it existed in the first place. I don't think he had a love for it. He would allude to certain Nazi symbols and references, but I don't think he didn't have a love for Nazism. So don't confuse me there. Um, it's a charming version. Alex kind of sounds like he's in a bar, kind of a little bit drunk, trying to sing this song. But it sounds so whimsical and so cheery almost that it really tries to almost give a um, maybe a sign of hope. I don't know, but like I said, this song does bring up a lot of maybe harsh images for some folks. So I don't want to you know um, say I support any of that kind of stuff because I don't. Okay, number eight is going to be the side A closer, Ribs and Balls. This is a under 2 minute, just a crazy little jam co-written with Chris Glenn and Alex. And this just a stomping little riff where it's just the band's just jamming and just having a good time. Song's really just about getting the roadies to go out for some ribs and balls, and I'm guessing the balls might be meatballs or balls of something. I have no idea, but whatever it is, it's just a fun track and it's a fun little end of the side. Number seven, this is going to be on side one. This is going to be track three called Soul in Chains. This is just a straight up bluesy rocker. Uh, Co-written by Zal and Hugh McKenna and another. I'm gonna guess his first name is Dan or something D Bachelor. And so um, this song's just a straight up blues song with really silly lyrics. Let's see. Um, I think one that my nephew always was always alluded to when he first heard it. And I need to be able to find it here really quickly. Um, but let's see. What's that lyric? Yeah. You used to call me sweetheart and paid my rent. You blew me kisses when you shared my tent. I used to buy you tickets to the biggest gas in town and tasted your tomato every time you brought it round. Yeah, this is just you freed my body, but you left my soul in chains. So, you know, just a straight up blues rocker about a bad relationship, I guess, or a relationship gone wrong. Anyway, the next song is going to be the epic track here at 7 minutes 20 seconds. Again, with co-written with Hugh McKenna, and this song basically just talks about just again just how the world is evolving and just technology and just all of the stones getting eaten away by all these mechanical monsters and things of that nature. And I love the line that Alex sings with a lot of fervor, and another, and another, and another tree dies of shame. Great line. Absolutely banger of a line. The song starts as like this little, like you're in a little child's reading thing, and and so it gives that kind of impression like he's reading a story to a bunch of kids. But anyway, great track. Really has caught my attention a lot over the years. Number five, yes. Number five is going to be the second track on the album called Snakebite. This has just a basically another bluesy riff that follows the chorus line, and then the verses kind of go into almost like a, I don't know, just like a surfy kind of feel. They the best thing about the Alex Harvey Band is these guys were such good musicians. They combined so many different styles of music together, and it made it work. And nothing was coming out that sounded like this. Uh, but again, another great song. You can take the lyrics however you want because there's all kinds of ways you can look at this song. The next four tracks, man, this could be a toss up. I could change it all day long. Um, the number four track is going to be the lead off track, Action Strasa, co-written by Zal and Hugh McKenna. Um, Action Strasa apparently has got a lot of interesting characters. And sometimes just taking a walk with some of these characters can be kind of intriguing. But again, you have this fervent riff and melody, and the band just, man, they're just connecting on all kinds of cylinders here, and it really sounds good. Always love this song. My number three favorite track is a great little surf rock, uh, jazzy rock. I don't know. There's all kinds of flavors you can throw into here. It's the seventh song called Shark's Teeth. Side two, the second track, Shark's Teeth, precursor to Jaws, actually, because this album came out probably before Jaws did. So maybe Alex was reading the book by Peter Benchley. Maybe I don't know, but this tells of a very whimsical tale about a hammer-headed shark and how this one sailor and seaman is just he's bound and determined to get this guy, But it's just a whimsical little song. Number two is going to be the side B opener, classic track. Give my compliments to the chef. I have wondered what in the world this song has always been about. I've never quite figured it out because there's so many lyrical ways you can interpret this. Um, Mother dear, did you hear how they're teaching me to do the goose step? Father mine, just in time. You give me your machine to wash my jeans in. And it's like it almost kind of talks about like maybe society's expectations on people and rebellion and things like that, personal freedom perhaps. Um, but when you get to the part about give my compliments to the chef, the more I got thinking about this is you kind of could almost look at this as like for those who have accomplished those goals, that those societal expectations, and you've reached those goals, it's like, mwah, you've accomplished it. I give you my compliments. Maybe one day I'll get there. I say that for myself too. Great track. It's got a dreamy little opening. You get some good hard rocking elements. You get some really bizarre theatrical elements. It's just a wonderful, wonderful song. Why nothing singles, no singles out of off this album. So this probably didn't sell as well as it should, but this album certainly has its love out there. Now, obviously, what's going to be my favorite song, if anybody knows this album, it's going to be this self-penned by Alex song called "Shake That Thing." There are so many times I have been known to quote these lyrics. A man on a horse with a box on his head. He was saying to the nation, and you pay him dues, the goodbye blues and syncopation. And I told my story to the cannibal king. He said, shake that thing. Again, you can interpret this in all kinds of crazy ways. Um, I think a lot of it is just the eye of the beholder. You know, a man on a horse with a box on his head. That could be, you could look at that as the newsman on the TV. Um, there's a line in here. Um, Let me see. I want to get there. I want to get the whole chorus. I want to get this whole part. So, too late can be the cry, so take it if you need it. There's no such thing as a dirty book. It's just the way you read it. So goodbye, baby. I'll see you soon. It's got to be that way. So bear me not on the lone prairie. Come a tie yi yippee yi yay. And I've been known to say that a lot too. But um, again, I think a lot of this is just the eye of the beholder. I don't know. It's just such a catchy, acoustic driven song with a harmonica flowing throughout the song. It's just a whimsical, fun song to listen to. I love this album. Tomorrow Belongs to Me, Sensational Alex Harvey Band. Um, this is a catalog worth looking into, and I intend to do so. I've been wanting to, and it's just like everything else, it keeps getting pushed to the back burner. But I hope soon to look more into like Next and Framed and um Impossible Dream and even the album without Alex is actually I have that one actually, and that's really good. It's a hard one to come by, but it's a good album. So if you got memories of the Alex Harvey Band, please share them with me. I would love to hear them. Okay, let me know what you think about this album. Do you even know it? Check it out. Go. It's. I think it's on Spotify, and maybe Apple Music, and for sure it's on YouTube. For sure. Wonderful album. Please let me know what you think. We'll see you next week. When next week it'll be brought to you by the letter I. Rock forever, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care.